We begin Plays of the Week with Penn Trafford, and it was a defensive slugfest, as we mentioned, between the Warriors and Gateway, as the Gators drove into Penn Trafford territory down 5 points with just about 2 minutes left, but facing a 4th and 1. That's when PT's Jacob Haynes made the biggest play of the night to seal the win, as called by myself and Mark Katarski.
Jacob Haynes.
In a short yardage scenario, Redbirch goes in motion. It's the freshman Reynolds. He is stopped dead in his tracks as Penn Trafford comes up massive defensively. That's Haynes on the tackle for loss. Now, John Ruane said that's one of our unsung heroes. Jacob Haynes comes up with maybe the biggest tackle of the season.
So what you didn't see, Sean, is the play before he made a huge play, and I think that actually might have even been more impressive. But the play that we just saw, that was the one that iced the game for Penn Trafford. 2 plays in a row for Jacob Haynes getting in the backfield and making a big play, blowing it up. What a game and what a finish for him.
And that's why you need to be tuning in every Wednesday, because you heard me talk to Coach Ruane, and I said, who are your unsung heroes?
Yes.
And he mentioned Haynes. And that's a guy that he's not a starter typically. He doesn't put up big stats, but he's making an impact on offense and especially on defense. And to win a game like that, sometimes we know Yakimelli and Green are going to do what they do, Lewandowski, but you need someone else to step up, and this time it was Haynes.
And I think you saw in the video, Cade, maybe you didn't notice, but he was so happy for him. And anytime that we talk to Cade, he always deflects everything that we try to tell him how great he is. And he's like, "No, it's my offensive line. It's this, it's that. It's not me." Just a great kid and a great leader. And to see Haynes do what he did, man, you got to feel great for the kid.
And we will hear his name a bunch during baseball season as well. He's a good one for Coach Dan Miller there with the Warriors. We continue Plays of the Week with Franklin Regional, and although the Panthers ultimately lost their game against Woodland Hills, FR had its share of big plays, including one that opened the scoring when Kaden Smith darted 79 yards to put the Panthers in front in the opening quarter, as detailed by the iconic Jonathan Whaley.
Sidecar to the left of Kaden Smith, the Wildcat quarterback. Receiver in motion from far to near. They're going to run it around the near side. He's get a block. He cuts it up inside. He's got a block. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5. Touchdown. 79-yard touchdown run. Kaden Smith. Mr. Smith went to Washington, and Franklin Regional scored the first touchdown of the game on a scintillating touchdown run by Kaden Smith.
Once again, with Mr. Smith goes to Washington. I guess every touchdown that Kaden Smith has, we're going to hear that.
If JW is watching, he'll send us the link again to
Jimmy Stewart.
To the movie. Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, now you went to IEP. I assumed that you had to take a class that showed every Jimmy Stewart movie,
exactly.
Right? Is that not how it works?
Except It's a Wonderful Life. I've never seen it. So,
okay.
But I'm not allowed to say that in Indiana because I will be banished from Indiana.
Yes.
So hopefully no one from Indiana is watching right now.
Okay, fingers crossed. We continue Plays of the Week with Norwin, and going against a perennial power in North Allegheny, the Knights stood toe-to-toe for much of that contest. Their QB, Luke Lewandowski, was a catalyst, including his long touchdown run in the second quarter that put the Knights on the board, as Dave Franzak and Tim McCabe make the picture.
Empty set again for the Knights as Lewandowski rolls to his right, gets the first down to the 40, gets some blockers affirm to the 30, 35, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Luke Lewandowski, 40 yards for the Norwin Knights.
Hello, how are you? Luke Lewandowski comes out of nowhere, shows some speed as he outruns the entire North Allegheny secondary into the end zone. Where did that come from, Luke? And Norwin's on the board, and North Allegheny's on the turf.
Norwin stayed competitive last week against NA for the most part, Sean. I thought that was, some progress, and Luke Lewandowski's having himself a nice season.
Yeah, really impressed by the first-year starter at quarterback. And it does seem like every year there's one game where the Knights play really well against a good team. It was Central Catholic last year, this year North Allegheny, unfortunately for them, unable to get over the hump. We continue Plays of the Week with Derry area, and although the Trojans failed to capture their first win against Valley, they did hold their first lead of the season. That came when freshman Darby Robinson found pay dirt in the opening quarter, as detailed by John Flickinger and special guest Brett Miller. Who?
Beeman again in the gun is going to give to Robinson, and Damari, nice block there. Damari stays on his feet to the 10 and the 5. He's to the pylon.
He's in.
And he's in for the touchdown. Damari Robinson, 30 yards for the touchdown, and Dylan Rhodes laid out one of the Vikings. I mean, he just pancaked them flat on his back, and it's the Trojans who take the early 6-0 lead at the 7:15 mark.
Hey, do what works. Don't put the ball in the air. Just run the ball, pound it on the ground, and you'll be just fine.
Robinson certainly a foundational piece for what Coach Skillings is trying to accomplish going forward. Good to see him get involved, and it's unbelievable that was the first lead of the season for the Trojans.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they could not make it stand, but that had to be a good feeling for them.
Yeah, definitely. And, any confidence, any good feeling, any good mojo you can get for Derry right now is certainly a good thing. And, again, man, I just think back to past Gridiron shows, and it was always the opposite.
Yep.
So hopefully we will get there again.
Well, we have a special edition here on the Plays of the Week because the team that beat Derry area was the Valley Vikings. They are in Westmoreland County, don't forget. So in the end, it was they who notched their first victory, and they put an exclamation point on the win with an unorthodox touchdown run by Xavier Wilson in the final minute of the game with John and Brett, again, on the call.
And here's a run off the left side and a first down run.
He wasn't down.
By Wilson, and he's still saying
he wasn't down.
No, and the official doesn't blow the whistle, and Wilson takes off at midfield, and he's gonna, it's cramping up now. He's seriously at the 20, and he's gonna find his way into the end zone for a touchdown, and the official said he was not down. Brett, good call.
I mean, watched it happen. He rolled over our guy, and he was athletic enough not to let his knees hit the ground. I mean,
93 yards. 3 Trojans had him dead to rights there, and they never brought him down. And give credit to the officials there for, if he wasn't, and again, I don't have use of a replay tonight or anything, but there he went.
They brought him down. He just bounced off of one of our guys.
Jeez,
so kudos to him for being an athlete.
I'm going to have to say, the way he's played tonight, he deserved that one. Xavier Wilson, a junior at 5'9", 165.
I have never heard a play-by-play broadcaster say that a player on his way to the end zone was cramping up. But apparently that's what happened with Xavier Wilson, at least according to your brother, and I know that he is an honest man.
Sure.
So it just seemed like a bizarre play. Again, we didn't see it, but from what he said, players didn't realize he was down, and when you can get a 93-yard touchdown, it doesn't matter how it comes. So congratulations to the Vikings, and that's a lesson for everyone is even if you think the play's over, do not
it's
stop
not over
unless
until the
you
whistle,
know 100%
unless you hear the whistle.